Hi everyone, this is Doris from Top English Dynamic Learning, and today I wanted to talk about English idioms, okay, specifically on the topic having problems. For those of you who don't know what an English idiom is, it's basically an expression which has a meaning that is not so obvious from the individual words. Okay, so sometimes you hear something about, I don't know, water, and the real meaning has nothing to do with water. Okay, so I wanted to help you out with that today. So let's get that out of the way. Put this here and start with our first idiom, which is to dig yourself into a hole. When you listen to this, you're like, this comes to your mind, right? You're like, oh my God, to dig yourself into a hole. What does that mean? Okay, so it actually means that it's when you make a situation even worse for yourself, especially when you are desperately trying to improve it. Okay, so you're getting yourself into a difficult situation, and you're the only one to be blamed. Okay, so here's a sentence where you use this expression. Stop it right now. You're just digging yourself deeper into a hole. Look at that. Digging yourself, the expression, into a hole. Okay? So you can't get out of it and you're the only one to be blamed. Okay? So the second one for today is to come up against a brick wall. And when you hear this, this probably comes to your mind, right? You've got that picture in your mind. So to come up against a brick wall is, it means that you're not able to continue an activity or do something you want to do. It's like you're stuck, okay? You can't get out of there. You can't get out of that situation. So this guy here, he really can't get out of that place, right? Because he's stuck. He's got a wall in front of him. So look at this sentence where you can use it. My brother wants to leave home, but he can't find a job. So he's come up against a brick wall, right? He wants to leave, but he can't find a job. That's the brick wall. He's come up against a brick wall. All right? Let's take a look at the third expression, the third idiom of the day, which is to be left holding the baby. Now, you don't want that situation for yourself. No, no, no. What does it mean if you're left? Look at that lady. She's leaving and he's left holding the baby, right? So, what does it mean? You're all by yourself, okay? It's when you're the person who has to deal with a problem or organize something because everyone else has left you to do it on your own. Okay? You're all by yourself with that problem. So look at this example here. I've been left holding the baby. Jobless, penniless, worrying about how I'm gonna pay the rent. Okay? So he's all by himself trying to do something about paying the rent, okay? And so he is left holding the baby, okay? He was left holding the baby, all right? And the last expression for today is this one. Can you guess? Something about music. Yes. To face the music. What the is that, okay? So look at this. When you face the music, it means that you've put yourself into an unpleasant, uncomfortable situation involving very strong criticism of something you did. So you're gonna have to either admit that you were wrong or defend what you've done. And nobody likes to be in this situation, right? So like you did something bad at your work and now you've got to talk to your boss and you're like, I'm gonna have to face the music, right? So here you go. When the missing money was noticed, he chose to disappear rather than face the music. Okay, it's easier to disappear rather than face the music. Okay, so I hope you got all those idioms right, and please keep tuned into Top English. Bye bye.